Okay, today let's do episode 2 of the series How I Achieved Financial Independence by 40. As always, first things first, please read this disclaimer carefully. Okay, we're all set. I'll explain how you should manage your finances when your age is between 30 and 40 and beyond. Let's start with between 30 and 35. If you have not watched episode 1, please go back and watch it now. So, continue the investments with some modifications. We need to invest at least 40% of your income now. Until 30, it is 30% of your income. Between 30 and 35, it has to be 40% of your income at least. Out of that 40%, 70% should go into equity mutual funds. Again, we'll follow 60, 25, 15 rule. 60% into large cap, 25% into mid cap, and 15% into small cap. And the remaining 30% should go into debt mutual funds. I'll show you an example. Right, this is the example. Table 1 talks about the investment between equity mutual funds and debt mutual funds. Let's say your income is 100,000. Out of that, minimum 40K should be invested in mutual funds. 70% of that 40K should go into equity mutual funds, which is 28K. The remaining 30% of that 40K should go into debt mutual funds, which is 12K in this example. Now let's try to understand how we should invest the 28K across large cap, mid cap, and small cap mutual funds. 60% of the 28K should go into large cap funds, which is 16.8K in this example. 25% should go into mid cap, which is 7K. 15% of the 28K should go into small cap, in this example, 4.2K. Now let's focus on between 35 and 40. Again, we'll continue the investments with some modifications. Now we'll invest at least 50% of your income. Where will we invest? Again, mutual funds. 60% of that 50% should be invested in equity mutual funds. Follow the same principle. 60, 25, 15. 60% into large cap, 25% into mid cap, and 15% into small cap. And the remaining 40% in debt mutual funds. If you have more money, you can invest in real estate or fixed deposit or so on. Okay, now what should we do beyond 40? You should gradually switch to 50-50, which is 50% into equity mutual funds, 50% into debt mutual funds. Then 40-60, 40% into equity, 60 into debt. 30-70, 30 into equity, 70 into debt, 20/80, 10/90, and 0/100, which means you should invest all your investments in debt mutual funds, which is when you turn 55, when you're 55 plus or 60 plus, you might not want to take any risks. So you need to play safe there, invest all your money in debt mutual funds to mitigate the risk or minimize the risks there. Again, as long as you stick to this plan, you don't have to be stingy. You can spend the money on experiences, on things that give you real joy. So go ahead and have fun. That's all I had for today. Thank you so much for watching. Next video, we'll talk about how to invest a lump sum amount in mutual funds. Until then, see you folks. Be good, be happy. Mentor V signing off.